Okay, right, Shattered Dreams, lovely to meet you. 3/4 of Shattered Dreams, shall I say. Can you say from the left to right who you are and what you do?
And I play bass guitar.
I'm James and I play lead guitar.
I'm Marnie and I sing.
So, I mean, you're in London this week, and I understand you're recording some material. How did that come about, and whereabouts are you recording?
Wow, it's fun.
Wow. During mine and James's long nights of sitting down in front of a laptop with a very well-known book called The Unsigned Guide, putting our material out to various managers, record labels, all the rest of it, trying to create a name for the band, trying to get people to certainly know the name. And this one company called The Animal Farm came back to us and goes, "We're interested to get you down, have a meeting with you," and that was back in
February.
February this year. Went down, had a meeting with him. His name's Villa. He's quite well known apparently. He's been in some sort of famous bands. He's talked like
More in America.
More in America. He's been like touring with like Less Than Jake, Blink-182, so he knows his stuff. And he said he would like to work with us to record a 3-track EP with a view to moving forward with him.
And how's the recording going?
It's going good, I think. It's progressed really well.
Very, very well.
Very professional working atmosphere, but relaxed at the same time, so you enjoy it whilst...
Our producer Jamie's really willing, really
We
enthusiastic.
farted in the elevator.
Yes. He decided to stink the elevator out with all of us in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you go. What's the master plan then for Shattered Dreams? You have to encompass everything.
Get the recording done.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
And
then
then
try and build the fan base, build the profile of the band, become as big as we can, really.
It's the same for all bands that are serious. They want to take it as far as they can. We're no different in that respect.
No.
So it's the grand plan is, let's see how far we can go, and how I believe we can go a long way. But
we're prepared to work.
As much promotion
really
as
hard for
possible, as many gigs as possible.
as many late nights as possible.
And so, you know, coming from Oxford, what's the sort of the circuit like around there?
It's improved a lot.
Yeah.
So when we started out, the Oxford music scene was dying a death, really. It was a lot of venues closed down. One place called the Exeter Hall, where we did our first gig about 3 years ago. It shut down about 6 months later.
Turned into an Indian.
Yeah, and not a very good one either, may I add.
No.
No, it's crap.
Which one's that?
It's called Exeter Hall Indian.
Oh. Anyway.
So it was on its backside for a long time, and over the course of the duration of the band, slowly venues started opening up again. Jericho had become more prominent again. Obviously, Radiohead, Supergrass got discovered there. That's playing a key role now, and more recently, the Oxford O2 have started getting really involved at a local level, which they never did before. They're a lot more willing now to put on unsigned bands from the local area, to give bands that opportunity to play the bigger stages, to play in front of not safe crowds, as it were. You go to a gig, you take your own fans, you play to them, you get a few more fans, you go home. Whereas this is a bit more, it's the next step up, and it's giving bands that chance to experience that step up and see how they can handle it and how they deal with it, I suppose.
Yeah. And what bands inspire you? So each of you individually, let's say.
Green Day. And Green Day. And
Green Day.
And Green Day. And
Blondie as well.
I really like Blondie as well.
I mean, vocally, where do you come from? Sort of what sort of...
It's like Grace Slick crossed with like Debbie Harry, maybe. I'm not sure. They're two singers that I really like, and Janis Joplin, but she's a bit more amazing than me.
And what about now in the current sort of music scene? Who would you look up to, vocally wise?
I think Florence Welch from Florence and the Machine has a really good voice, and Marina Diamandis as well. Marina and the Diamonds.
Good stuff. What about yourself?
I really like the Foo Fighters. I like Green Day as well. Like Subways.
What about the band that are on your t-shirt?
Romans, obviously. Yeah. Lots of bands. Airborne, I really like Airborne.
damn good band they are.
And yourself?
Sort of talk modern pop punk, Offspring, Blink-182, Sum 41. I grew up around that those sort of bands. I have to admit now, guilty pleasure or something guilty pleasure of Limp Bizkit.
Oh, or something else.
Really, I don't care. Limp Bizkit got me into music.
Yeah, I love this.
And whatever people say about them, from a personal standpoint, they got me into music, so I can respect them for that. And then if you go into the heavier end of the scale, I like Metallica, Megadeth. I like the sort of big metal four. This is something a little bit different.
Rise Against Her.
Rise Against are really good.
Oh, we
band.
forgot the Runaways.
Oh, and the Runaways.
Yes.
Yeah, I like the Runaways.
Watch the film actually; it's very good.
And we listened to them in the car for like 2.5 hours on the way here or something.
In the traffic jam.
Yeah.
And Marnie, I know recently you played with members of Guns N' Roses. Then how did that all come about?
That was from like the local rock school thing in Whitney, and they like 2 days before, because when they organised it had to be on the quiet, so they only did the proper arrangements about 2 days before. So that was when I knew that I had to learn 2 Guns N' Roses songs, and I knew Sweet Child of Mine, but I didn't end up singing that in the end. And then I learned one called Don't Cry, which is a really nice song, but that was, I learned it in 2 days. So there is a video on YouTube, but I'm reading the words off a music stand.
Yeah, a bit.
But
You
they
played
were
with Guns N'
actually
Roses.
incredible to play with, and really nice guys as well.
Great stuff. So I mean, how did the band come together?
I started the band really.
How long a history do you
a
want?
long time ago.
Well,
But
abridged
when we
version.
first joined the band, and then Matt started on drums originally. But yeah, like it wasn't really taken
Well,
that
no,
seriously to begin with.
he
It was
got
more.
banned from playing drums.
Yeah, eventually that was quite a while later. It wasn't taken that seriously to begin with. It was just a laugh with mates. But then as we progressed, we took it more seriously, and then he moved over to bass. Our original bass player moved to Canada. Then we got another drummer in, and then we had different singers at the time. But then that's when we probably started to take it a bit more seriously. And
We got the singer in, we got the new drummer in, and that's when we really became a band, as it were.
properly.
And that's when we sort of looked at it and go, right, let's
try and do
get some gigs, let's go for this a little bit.
Then it progressed from there really, until we've had a couple of singers come and go. But luckily now we found Marnie, and we're now a settled lineup.
It's been a revolving door of people, we'll openly admit that, but we're settled now. I think as a band, and I'll speak for our drummer on this as well, the 4 of us are incredibly settled now. We bounce off of each other, we get on really well.
Who's the wild one in the band then? If that's the B one.
That's
Wild.
a difficult one.
Well,
Maybe you.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah.
we're not that bad.
I'm liable to get wild, but you have to get me very, very drunk.
Which is quite
Which was
difficult
last
compared
Friday
to
night.
me.
Yeah, I'd probably say Marnie.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, to be fair.
That's great.
It's alright, singer who's drunk all the time.
Let's just not go on about the pizza.
So how does the actual songwriting process work within the band?
Normally I'll write a riff, bring it into band, practice, and then we'll write musically a song around it, and then Marnie will come up with some lyrics to go with it normally,
Yeah.
or if you've already got some lyrics, sort of see if they fit with the song.
Yeah.
That's
It's
normally
usually based on ones I've already written, and then just change it a little bit.
Cool. And who are you currently listening to? You know, old or new?
Lady
I'm-
Gaga.
I'm currently listening to The Runaways and Foo Fighters and Disturbed.
And at the moment, in my CD player, I've put it for my Valentine's latest album, and I've got Lost Prophets' first album, which I haven't heard in a long time. I got it out the other day, and damn good album.
Cool. And if you had to, for anyone that hasn't heard you, sort of from Music News readers, if you had to pick one song that they should sort of listen to from your repertoire so far, what one would you individually choose?
Get out of my way.
Get out of my way.
Get out of my way.
There you go.
Or Live and
We do
Learn.
have other good songs.
Yeah, if you want to go
If you want
on
a little bit different, Live and
Yeah,
Learn.
yeah.
It's just a bit of a slower one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah.
we've got a new one called Honesty, and we
That will
don't
be
really
done
have
soon.
much opinion on that one yet.
No.
So it'd be nice to get some feedback.
And gig wise, when are the next any gigs lined up at the
Next
moment?
gig is 27th July, Wheat Sheaf in Oxford. It's a Wednesday night. It starts at 8 o'clock, and I've been told we are headlining that. I've got to confirm it, but three bands on, all different.
And
It'd be a good night.
cool. And when will this EP be ready?
We finished recording on Friday. Us mixing the mastering will be done, and we are aiming to have everything ready for the Wheat Sheaf gig on the 27th.
So
And
by the
what-
Bit of
27th
a
of
tight
July.
deadline, but
And the title of the EP is
Get out of my way.
Get out
Get Out of My Way. Cool. Is there anything you'd like to say to Music News listeners?
Come and check us out. You'll enjoy it and it'll be fun. And you'll have a good time.
You can catch us on Facebook, MySpace. We're pretty much everywhere. Shattered Dreams, we're there.
Cool. Well, thanks a lot. Been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.